Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Tafari, and this is my recap and review for Prison Break Episode 5, Contingency. And, before we go on, my friend, my leader, my mentor, my savior, Abu Ramal, they kill him. They fucking foreigners, yeah? And I just don't know how to move on, so I'm going to put a 10 million real fucking bounty on the motherfucker's head who do this to me, because I fucking love that man, we grew up together, we go way back like cook crack, and I don't know how they fucking do this to me. It's fucking bullshit. But we will find these motherfuckers, okay? We don't care. I don't care if we have to go to every train station, every fucking plane place, okay? If we have to kill kids and other people that look like us, fuck it. Nowadays, fuck it. That's how we go. That's how the ISIL go, okay? We go hard in the paint, motherfucker, okay? Abu Ramal, he my hero, okay? I don't even know how this happened. I thought he was immortal or some shit, I thought he had magical powers or some shit. How the fuck you just die like that? I mean, shit, it was some scrawny white dude. I mean, what the fuck? Abu Ramal, I thought you had fucking magical abilities or some shit. Weren't you divine or some shit? But, I mean, whatever though. But yeah, I just wanted to go off on that. But yo, this episode was crazy. We got a lot of answers to the shit that we were wondering about. Like, for instance, we kind of knew why Michael was in Yemen. He was working for Poseidon, but now we got a clearer understanding. Poseidon actually approached, or not even, I don't even know if homie approached him. Like, I don't know if Michael knows what Poseidon looks like right now, but we know that Poseidon called Michael a little bit after the wedding between him and Sara and said that he wants him to come work for him, and that actually Kellerman didn't even have the authorization or fucking jurisdiction. There we go, that's the word. Jurisdiction to actually fucking exonerate them. So fucking he says he can use that to their advantage or whatever. Like, he can, pretty much what he's saying is that he will fucking take them back to jail and shit if Michael doesn't help him. And I know it sounds kind of fucked up, right? But I mean, obviously Poseidon's a fucked up dude. And so I guess Michael said no in the beginning, right? And we learned all this through a dialogue between him and Lincoln early on in the episode. Lincoln was like the voice of the fucking audience right now. He fucking pushed Michael. He's like, listen, I want some fucking answers, man. Not in that way, but you know what I mean? And I mean, because that's what we want, man. We want some answers. So now we know that Poseidon has this group called 21 Void, right? So obviously that's what the lady and the man are fucking part of that 21 Void group. So who knows, maybe there's like 21 of those motherfuckers. But then again, there's only 5 episodes left, or not even. I think there's 4 episodes left, so I'm not sure how they're gonna do that. But right, you only got 2 lackeys, bro? Like, but whatever. So anyway, so Michael's pretty much been kind of like held over the barrel in this regard, and that's why he had to come work for this dude, and he's been getting terrorists. My prediction about who, like, I guess he's been getting out rogue agents and terrorists. He's only been getting out bad people, son. I thought that maybe there was some good intentions in there somewhere, like some people that got wrongfully fucking captured or some shit. Nah. Also, there's another story that we haven't, that's being developed slowly, like they're trickle feeding us some shit. It's like some nasal drip type of shit. The story between Michael and Whip, man, we touched on it in my first review that was back on for episode 3 or 2 or something like that. But we don't know really, like, Whip keeps saying, pretty much, why did you drag me into this or some shit like that, something along those lines, and we really don't know. So it will be pretty interesting if we can get some answers about that in the next couple of episodes. But we learned about the 21 Void, we learned about fucking Poseidon and what he really has over Michael. We learned that Michael says no, and upon Michael saying no, after Sara is arrested. And so this is when I first saw this. I was like, retcon. This is not how it went down, bro. I just watched the whole series, fucking on Netflix. But retcons, they happen, right? But anyway, supposedly one of the reasons that Sara got her ass whooped, and I mean, Sara got her ass whooped in jail. I mean, come on, put your arms up, put your hands up, girl. But she got whooped on. So one of the reasons they say is because Michael said no to Poseidon, and he fucking pretty much had the power and leverage to get her ass whooped in jail. So Michael gave in. I mean, it's hard not to give in, man. That's your chick, that's your woman, So pretty interesting stuff there. Yo, so some pretty interesting developments, at least for me, with Sara and Jacob. See, I mean, my first video that I did for Prison Break, I was like, I don't think it's Jacob, even though, you know, it makes you want to lean toward him. He got shot in the leg. How do you predict that you won't die from that? You know what I mean? It seems to, she didn't even hesitate. But, you know, last episode, they gave us that picture of them, you know, fucking talking together, Jacob and the Poseidon dudes, and it almost looked like the Poseidon dudes were his lackeys. That's what that communication kind of seemed like. And so at that point, you know, you would think they're working together. However, in this episode, Teabag goes to Sara. He shows her that fucking picture that he took. He's like, behold the villain. And you know, it was like the layup. Do you really think Teabag's about to figure it out? You know? And I mean, what kind of fucked up story were they trying to tell? Poseidon what did he want? Sara? And this was like his way, like he had enough power and influence that he could, you know, get her man out of the way, send that motherfucker to another country, like banish that motherfucker, and then he can have her all to himself or some shit and raise that other dude's child. Like, it's a dark, like, it's still a great story if that's what the truth is, because we still don't know. It could be an ultimate swerve. Like, I went on Twitter and I was kind of tweeting about it, right? And I saw some chick was like, are you really gonna believe that, scum? And it made me think, like, fuck, like, what if he's still lying? Because in this particular episode, we supposedly find out that he wasn't really just communicating with them as their leader. He actually, like, got Sara's phone, took it to some hacker dude. Supposedly, this is all man, this is all theory crap. Well, you know what I mean? This is what he said. It could not be the truth. You know what I mean? My mama said, hey, just don't believe motherfuckers when they just say some shit, man. They could be lying. I was like, yeah, mama, that's some great fucking advice right there. So he says, and there is some evidence to back it up. He says that he took her phone, took it to this hacker dude that works at the same college that he works at. The hacker dude was able to track their number down. He called them, arranged a meeting, tried to pay them off. They took the money. No, they wouldn't take the money. Oh no, I guess they took the money but didn't spend it. And then the cops were able to track them, or maybe they never took the money, but supposedly he called the cops and told them about the meeting. And so a little bit later, so Sara doesn't believe that shit. She's like, bitch, please. And she takes her kid and she gets the fuck out of there, right? But later on, he calls her and asks her to come down to the police station. And so she goes down to the fucking police station, and come to find out, you know, the two Poseidon dudes are down there and they're locked up. And well, they're in that line, like, you know, when they're like, there's multiple people there. It's like number 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the detective's like, well, which one fucking shot you or whatever? And she was like, well, it was I believe it was number 3 and 4 or 2 and 3 or some shit like that. You'll see from the fucking picture. It'll be up here soon. But, yeah, pretty interesting. You know, it's hard to fake that unless if he's still Poseidon, he would have to have this detective in his pocket. I mean, hey, it could be 21 people, right? It could be that whole fucking town. I don't fucking know. I mean, I don't want to believe it's him. It's too easy, right? I want to believe it's Kellerman's assistant, that dude. That'd be great. But yo, moving on to some crazy shit that happened. Yo, remember last episode I was talking about, man, I want to see some feats. I want to see freaking Ja fucking prove himself, man. How's he a Korean genius, man? What makes him a genius? Oh, baby, we got them answers, man. So there's this situation where, oh no, I smell something spicy. Hey, man, you gotta record this video, man. Hey, forget about the smells, man. All right, my bad. All right, so yeah, so there is a situation that goes down where Ja, Michael, Link, and Sid and Whip are all trapped by the ice lagoons in this, like, damn, where the fuck were they? Was it a hospital? I remember last time I kept saying kitchen when it was infirmary, so I want to get it right. I want to say it's a hospital, but whatever, man. You gonna beat my ass because I got it wrong? Hey, man, come at me, man. So anyway, fucking, they're in this hospital, right? And they're trapped by ice lagoons, and Michael kind of goes through this breakdown, like him and Link's been arguing, kind of, you know, arguing about the plan. Link wants to get him to the airport. Michael wants to go to the train station or whatever. And actually, by this point, the train station has already failed. So Michael's already kind of feeling a failure already. And so right now they're trapped in this hospital. Michael has a plan to escape through some air vent or some shit like that, but he can't get it open. Remember, Michael is scrawny as fuck. He be trying to break shit, but he needs to know like what screw it is. And another thing I'd like to say right here before I forget to say, this is episode 5, right? And we still don't know what is the meaning of the eyeballs on the hands. Why? There's a lot of shit we still don't know. Why? What is the significance of 2 eyeballs on your hand? Was he unlocking his fucking key? Like, what is it? So I'd like to know, but we don't know yet. And so, oh, and also the reason ISIL is so, I mean, obviously they killed Abul Rahman, my savior, my lover. They killed that dude. So, they put like a 10 million real, which I guess that's their money, bounty on, you know, the foreigners' heads, right? And so people are trying to come for that money, hard body. So they're trapped in this place. They can't get the air vent open. So Michael actually kind of has a little breakdown. And you're seeing this nowadays, man. Michael be having these little breakdowns like, I fucked up. Because he did kind of fuck up, right? I mean, he got captured kind of, you know what I mean? Like, his plans aren't really getting him as far as they used to, man. Like, he's really reached the extent of his genius, I think. Obviously not, right? Because he's not dead yet. But watch them trailers for next episode. Well, we getting there. All right, so fucking can't get the air vent open. He has this little meltdown moment, and there's a cool little dialogue between him and Link where Link is saying, yo, like, you're extremely smart, man. Nobody's denying that, but you can't just keep taking these huge burdens on your soldiers alone, man. Like, pretty much, he didn't say this, but pretty much it's not Fox River anymore, man. You got to start relying on other people a lot more. And so I really respected that. I thought that was some good dialogue right there. And so Link's plan was to go into it fisticuff style. You know, this dude's plan was, Michael's plan was to do it kind of smart, but his smart plan failed because he couldn't get the airlock open or the air vent. So it's time to start smashing heads in, man. But now it's time for John to shine, bro. We see some character development all day. So at first it just seems like John's about to do some like suicide stuff. We saw him drinking fucking, he took a sip of rubbing alcohol. And we were like, oh man, here we go. This motherfucker's done. Like, well, it's a wrap. Like, this motherfucker, every episode, he's like trying to get high or stoned off of some shit. And he said a line a couple episodes ago where he was like, he quoted Woody Allen. I wanted to talk about this last time, but I forgot. He quoted Woody Allen and he said, I'm not worried about dying. That's a bad impression, but whatever. He says, I'm not worried about dying. I just don't want to be there when it happens. Pretty much mentally, he's saying, right? And so it seemed like he's just trying to get drunk, but then something must hit him, right? So he grabs all the fucking rubbing alcohol and he grabbed this one like container of some flammable shit, right? And he starts singing "We Are the Champions," man. And this whole episode he's talking about Freddie Mercury, and I meant to look that motherfucker up, but I'm gonna do a follow-up video, man, about some of the shit that I haven't got to talk about in my other videos that I keep forgetting. So Freddie Mercury will probably be in that episode, because I think I know who the fuck that is. They talked about it, but man, I didn't grow up with that motherfucker. But anyway, pretty much, long story short, Ja creates a fire trap for these motherfuckers. He sings and he lures the ISIL dudes to him. He dresses up this like, I think it was like a skeleton because they were in like a hospital. I think it was one of those fake skeletons. So he puts a jacket on that fake skeleton, and he also puts the flammable container thing in there, right? And there's he's got the rubbing alcohol all over the ground leading up to there. And so he kind of lures them in. It's dark in there. You'll see a lot of my shots are dark because it was a very dark episode. And so, you know, it's at night, they're running, and I don't know why there's no power. I'm not sure. But anyway, they come in, they see the thing with the jacket, they start unloading, and boom, they blow themselves up, fry themselves, man. So I hope you can see a good picture of them boys frying. But the whole time he's singing, "We are the champions, my friends, we keep on riding." Yeah, so pretty interesting, man. Very, very surprising and very, you know, character developing for that guy. He is, you know, he's starting to really show his genius, you know, and that's that's what Michael needed him for. Yeah, so pretty interesting there. I'm trying to see, where did it kind of, all right, it kind of starts to taper off now toward the end, where, because this episode's a lot of just running. Like, we run from the train station doesn't work out, so we run from there to the hospital. And then after the hospital, they say, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna go with Lincoln's plan and go to the airport. And the whole time, like, we keep cutting back to the airport, and fucking C-Note had to kick hella ass, like, to fucking maintain their position at the airport, get a plane that was not secured by ISIL, a bunch of shit like that. And so then they finally have all that shit down, and fucking Michael wants them to wait 5 more minutes. C-Note wants to wait that time, but you know, the pilot, they got those little kids, they got Sheba, they got her dad, they can't wait that long anymore, you know. So the pilot, he pretty much, C-Note gets outvoted, and Lincoln actually calls him up and says, you know what, man, you gotta go, because they get there, but they see it's surrounded by ISIL dudes, and so pretty much there's no way that they're gonna get on this plane. So, you know, Lincoln calls him up, he says, you know what, man, just go. And they fucking leave him, and it's very reminiscent of season 2 when they miss a Brucey's plane. And so that's the end of the episode, and it's rough, but you know that they're gonna think of something else. The preview for the next episode is what's got me kind of like really hyped, because, well, not really hyped, just worried about the future of this shit, because at the end of that trailer for the next episode, like, you see Michael on the ground and he's like convulsing, and Lincoln says he's gonna die, or Michael's dying, or some shit like that. And it's like, fuck, bro, like, would you bring him back for 9 episodes? Like, we can't even see, like we waited all this time for homie to be alive for 9 episodes and then die for real. You know, I don't know, man. I hope that's not the direction that they're going. I really hope not. But I mean, it's been dope, it's been a cool ride. It's just, that'll be a disappointing ending, you know what I mean? I don't know why they would do that. You would think it'd be a satisfying ending at the end, but who knows? Maybe they'll work something out. Maybe they'll find a new ally that can help them. I know that in the next episode they meet back up with Omar. Fucking Sheba's not even in the country no more, but they're gonna have to go meet Omar, and supposedly Sheba's really vouching for Omar, dude. Like, and this motherfucker seems shady. I don't know, does he seem shady? He just seemed like a businessman. Honestly, to me, he don't seem shady. Lincoln's the one who always talks shit about him. I don't got no problem with him. You know what I mean? He's doing what he's got to do. You know, you got to scratch backs out there. You know what I mean? But, yo, that's the end of the episode, man. If you want to talk about it, leave me a comment, man. I'll read the comments, man. I'll comment back to you, man. And, yo, my name's Tafari, and I'm